Okay, Vortex, I know that I said goodnight, but as you know, we like to continue to talk. And this isn't just because we have a vagina. Women do love to talk a lot, and it's really annoying because they never say anything useful or important or the site has been interesting. Yes, I know that's a Freemason symbol. I'm not a Freemason. I was just in a cult. The 12-step cult. Not anymore though. Now I'm in the orthodox cult. So a lot of people think that religion's a cult. Everything's a cult. Like, everything's a sporting event now. Like, politics is nothing more than a sporting event. It's like so retarded. Like, all this stuff that's happening, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I know I've said this before, but like, the aliens are probably so bored with us because we're so dumb. You know, like, all these people are so predictable in their behavior, but at the same time, it's like, I was thinking about how, like, people, like, swear up and down that the stab thing, you know, the thing that they want you to do multiple times, because it works really, really well. That's why they want you to do it as often as possible, because it works really, really well. And, what was my original point about that? I totally lost my train of thought. Of course you did. Of course you did. You always lose your train of thought. Do you guys like Echo and the Bunnyman? I hope so. Because if you don't, you suck. But anyway. Oh, so I have this habit of losing my train of thought. Yes, that's a Christmas tree over there. It's a Christmas tree. My cats knocked it down, and they broke a lamp in the process, so I had to bring it out here into the garage. They have broken 3 lamps, you guys. They're pieces of shit, okay? If you're ever thinking about getting a cat, I would strongly consider, you know, just strongly reconsider, rather. Strongly reconsider. Because as awesome as they are, sometimes they're really a nuisance, and they chew up everything. They're like dogs. Like, they trash your house, they chew up everything, they make everything stink. But they're cute and cuddly and fun some of the time, and they're a little less high maintenance than dogs, but they're still annoying. Love them though. I love them so much. I'm just trying to, like, give you a heads up as to what you'll have to deal with if you get a feline, because, I mean, maybe if you get an older cat, they won't be like this. I mean, my cats are, like, still pretty young, so they're just so frisky and feisty and, you know, always making noise and tearing shit up and being crazy, and, like, you know, I've just had to get used to it, man. I know people be like, well, of course you're a cat lady, of course. Like, I'm like that classic example of, like, you know, that stereotype. Like, it's funny because everything that people would accuse me of, like, I would gladly admit and brag about, you know, but I wouldn't feel the need to go to a festival or anything like that, you know. I would just be proud of it over here. I don't know. I just happened to get cats from a friend of mine that I was working with, and now I'm kind of stuck with them, but, you know, they're part of my family. You know, they're part of the crazy schizo family, and, God, what the fuck was I talking about originally? This just pisses me off. I think what I need to do with the whiteboard, I need to write down, like, stuff that I want to talk about, so that whenever I, like, lose my train of thought, I can go back to it. Yeah, I seriously need to do that, because I have too many whiteboards to not do that. So many whiteboards, and I haven't accomplished anything yet. But anyway. I think I was talking about behavioral modification in relation to that thingy. You know, the thingy that they talk about. Not now. Now they're talking about shootings and abortion and... Wait, so before it was like the war with Ukraine, right? Remember when that was like the topic? Before that, it was, the virus coming back. So they have to just keep coming up with more stuff. So now there's like, what, the monkeypox thing or whatever. It's just such a fucking joke, like everything in this country. But anyway, behavioral modification. Yeah, people don't even need that. Like, it's just making them more of the really bad things that they are. Like, I see that with some of my coworkers who are, like, not able to keep it chill, you know? Like, they can't calm down. Like, there's this dude I work with, he's, like, just such a fucking basket case all the time. Like, just such a whiny little bitch. And people don't like working with him. Like, nobody likes him. But there's literally nobody that dislikes him more than he does. Which is why it's like so sad, really. It's sad and it's uncomfortable for everybody because it's like, I mean, I'll just fucking say it. Like, he's just a miserable person and he's not gonna, like, ever be happy with himself. And he's one of those, like, NPC types. Like, he just does whatever he thinks he should do to be liked. And he says a bunch of stuff that's not funny and not interesting and nobody gives a fuck about it, but he keeps talking about it. And it's like, man... Dude, you were talking about how women like to talk. We do like to talk. But I like to talk because I'm mentally ill, so I just have all this stuff to bring up, you know, that nobody else is talking about. That's why I talk, not because I have a vagina. If I have a vagina, like, I just shut up, you know. I hate how women gotta make a thing out of being a woman, though. Whether it's like they're a woman because they can kill their baby, or they're a woman because they want to just stay at home and make sandwiches all day or something. Like, it's so weird, like, this obsession that people have with labels and, like, some caricature of themselves. It's like nobody's a real person anymore, you know? Maybe they never were. It was like the internet was like... That's essentially what it does to everything. Just turns it into a national emergency. Speaking of national emergency, I don't know if you saw one of these previous videos, but there was a blue alert that I made a joke about. And I kind of feel bad that I made a joke about it because I said that it was like a sign from the state that, oh, the Democrats were coming. Blue alert, get it? But, so I made it funny, but as it turned out, like, a cop was shot at. And he's fine. He's totally fine. But these two dudes that shot at him, I guess they're dead now. But that's what that was about. I was told this at my restaurant today. People that have technology that informs them of stuff that might not even be real. Yeah, they told me the truth.